Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sabrina and today we are continuing on with Beacon Pines. So the house smelled of warm bread apparently.
Luca was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug. He looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song.
Very cute.
A voice behind Luca spoke. "This is how you remember them, huh?" Luca turned to see his own face, the doppelganger from his dreams.
Yes.
Still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes. Aww, look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this. The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy.
Yes.
You don't remember, do you? Luca snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon us. Luca
Did he
turned
commit
and
suicide?
looked at his father, still lounging on the couch. That's not true. The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Well, let me show you.
Did he
The world flickered and pulsed.
commit
Luca
suicide?
was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. No, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luca heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting. Do you remember what we did next? Luca gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them. Luca's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading. I can't lose you. Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this.
Sharper.
Eleanor
Okay.
raised her voice. Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son? Luca flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luca? Is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luca descended the stairs. Mom? Dad? What's going on? Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all. Luca placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing. It sounded like you were going somewhere. Walt gently removed the device from Luca's ears. Listen to me, Luca. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in. Luca hugged his father tightly. Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder.
That was the last time he saw them alive.
I promise. With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun. A figure approached soundlessly from the foggy snowfall. It stood above them. Ling slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head. From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively.
Oh, hello.
Whether it was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger, Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
And you are?
Luca looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
Take it easy, Icky. We were asleep minding our own business. Ain't hurt nobody. Anybody, huh? Oh, I see.
When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
That. Interesting choice of words. Okay, who are you? A friend, observer, hitchhiker. Must call me something. You can call me
Iggy
Nat.
huffed with gratification.
Make like a night and buzz off.
Nat
Very
began
well.
to turn away indifferently.
Maid say that. Okay. Before knowing how to leave, one must know where they are. Okay.
Iggy turned sharply and began to stomp off. Realizing he'd worn their patience thin, Nat relented.
Suppose this isn't time for metaphors.
Luca and Iggy turned around
Thank
with
you.
hope in their eyes. Nat took a deep breath in.
Close your eyes.
Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers. For a brief, Luca and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold, until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place, cold and...
Okay. Stumbled through time, travel in weeping woods, teleport us to some alternate universe. Okay. You're inching closer to the truth. Alas, the reality is much less fancier. So be it. This is Beacon Pines, the original true Beacon Pines. You both grew up here, but the town that you've called home for the past several years is a replica, a remarkable achievement of engineers, to be fair, but a replica nonetheless. Whole town, to replicate a whole town. Indeed, to pull off such a feat, you will require an immense amount of labor power, which would be moved, which could not or would not require precise duplication. I'm so sorry, I'm so tired. We would have noticed, someone would have noticed. I think so, unless it was an imperceptible, mind-numbing attention to detail, which is numeral trivialities, which are complete tapestry. Okay. Keeping us sane. Look, them are uncomfortable. But why? To uncover.
Narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered.
The source. Ah, the source.
Luca
Yes,
began
indeed.
to laugh uncomfortably.
It's all ridiculous. There's no
He
way they
looked down
could.
at his feet. His eyes started back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him. He sprinted off into the pale distance. As Iggy turned to follow, Nat called out.
It's not too late to turn back. Simply head west into the Weep Woods.
Chapter 6.
Okay.
The source. Nat expressed his sympathy with a shrug and sauntered off as unassumingly
With
as
a
he'd
shrug.
arrived. He'd given Luca and Iggy what they needed, and nothing more. As Luca sprinted across the snow, the events of the past few days became clearer, pieces to a larger puzzle. Rollo said he was underground somewhere, captured. Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies. The clipboards were hell-bent on capturing Iggy. It all seemed to point to perennial harvest. But right now, there was one thing that Luca needed to know. Luca stopped dead in his tracks. The tree was gone, uprooted and moved, leaving a raw gash in the earth. He dropped to his knees and dug wildly at the cold snow. His numb hands hit something hard. A dry whisper escaped Luca's lips.
Aww.
There was no reply, just snow-covered silence. Iggy finally noticed the tears welling in Luca's eyes. and the
Yeah,
snow-covered
notice
grave.
it.
Suddenly, they heard the crunch of approaching footsteps in the snow.
We should be running. Hi, Winnie. Winnie. Must you put your butt in my face? Ever think about what we did here? We saved a whole town of people. Doesn't feel like it sometimes. Everything we left behind. That's the grave of someone with a family, of people who loved them and would never know the truth. Truth is overrated.
He bent down to scoop up a snowball and lobbed it playfully.
Don't be such a downer, dude. Yeah, come on. It's almost lunchtime. Haha, weirdo. Hi, Winnie. How are you, Winnie? And here I thought I was a jerk. Okay. Literally
Luca
dancing on
stuttered
graves.
through heaving sobs.
Who's with me? Not gonna lie, it's a bad break.
Iggy gave Luca a solid smack on the back of his head.
And who thought this was helping? Okay, yep. Crying in the snow, push over. When you can't read with your head there. They like to everybody, blah blah blah. Van Horn, a lot of things, but you ain't no pushover. Okay. Stand up for myself. Yeah. Current's Mary band of clipboards. Switcheroo for a reason, right?
Luca wiped his
About the
eyes with his sleeve.
swords. Shame something unfortunate were to happen to the precious source, wouldn't it? Small enough to... If it's small enough to steal, we'll snatch it. If it's too big to snatch it, we smash it.
Iggy flashed a mischievous smile and cracked his knuckles.
I'm always up for a challenge. I'm gonna make this right. Okay, let's do this. This is where my house was. Where's my mom? Did you kill her? Heavens no.
Iggy and Luca shared a skeptical look.
Well, do I? Yes, you do.
A disc of smooth metal was lightly covered in
Yes.
snow. Two faint seams were visible along.
Manhole cover. This is the original time. This means...
Iggy darted behind a large pine and began digging furiously. He emerged holding a shoebox with a crude skull painted on its lid.
Ha. Long story. A few years back, I came in possession of some premium grade fireworks. Ooh. That's the long part of the story. You and Rolo were doing chores in Rolo's chicken coop. You guys pissed me off for some reason or the
Luca rolled
other.
his eyes with realization.
No,
Iggy
you didn't.
stifled a chuckle.
Yep. Just wanted to give you a little scare. But like I said, there were primo fireworks and might have underestimated things. Prefer to think of it as an incendiary redecoration. But sorry, you should have seen the looks on my face. It's almost got ground for a month. I see. I figure some grown-up found them and
Iggy
tossed them.
triumphantly raised the shoebox.
Turns out it wasn't the fireworks that moved, it was us. Okay. A hero is just someone who refuses to give up. Comics are rotting children's brains. I've always been partial. Is that so? Prepare to blast off, losers. What are we doing here?
And Iggy inched up to the edge of the hole with bewilderment in their eyes. Arctic air breathed out of the cavern in heaving gusts.
Well, I can see why they wanted to move us home now. I don't... Okay, so this is the source. How are you not in a jacket? Kerr, where's Rolo? I wasn't lying before. He's safe. Well, safer than the two of you at least. Giraffe, that's cool. Just dragged me all the way out here, didn't
Mr.
you?
Kerr gazed down the abyss in contemplation.
Something. It's really something, isn't it? Well, that's a doozy of a question. Sorry. It's a doozy of a question. Source where I collect unrefined.
Kerr scratched the back of his head.
I suppose they don't understand any of it as well enough to explain it. I'm not paid to know. I ain't in charge. Heaven no, it's merely to flash a winning smile and manage your various complications. Like us,
His
you are a
face
smart boy.
contorted into a saccharine grin.
I love that saccharine grin. Like this is definitely not aimed at young children. Okay, straight for greatness. Okay. Yeah, creepy lucky. I like that. Okay. Smile's not winning. No need for the melodrama. Okay.
Kerr snapped his fingers.
There, that's better. Deal with them.
Iggy turned to Luca with a sly glance.
Why are you smirking? Because I have a box full of fireworks and you don't?
Iggy waved the box into the air, threatening to drop it down the hole.
Don't do something regrettable. Joke's on you, regret is one of my specialties. I have curiosity. What would happen if I threw these into your precious hole? Nothing at all. You're a terrible liar. I'll have you know, I'm an exceptional liar. Bup. That's
Iggy
far
plucked
enough.
a single bottle rocket from the box and held it up with reverence.
Call off your goons.
After a long pause, Mr. Kerr flung up his hand with frustration.
Haha.
Mr. Kerr sighed into the frigid air.
Ooh, frigid air.
With a nonchalant flick, Iggy tossed the firework into the hole. With a growl, Kerr leapt at Iggy, crashing through Luca. Iggy tried to twist away, but in the struggle they both tumbled over the side. Luca dove forward, bracing Iggy's hand just before it slipped. His grip was
Oh
made
my God.
precarious by the cold, wet
Yes?
snow.
Yes, Winnie?
Kerr further down, clinging to Iggy's coat.
Yeah. No, Iggy.
Mr. Kerr gasped with insult.
I love that. So you can still play 25.
With a wild look in his eye, Mr. Kerr began to hum a proud melody.
Okay, we got another charm.
Luca's hand began to cramp. His voice began to crack. Luca felt Iggy loosen his grasp.
No.
Every muscle in Luca's body burned.
No good bully. Like you, Kerr.
Luca felt his
Iggy,
hand
no! Only way out of this mess. 2 birds, 1 stone. It makes no sense. It makes sense for us to fall together. Wackos travel in
Calm
packs.
settled over Iggy's face.
Let me do
Iggy's
this.
voice was colder than the bitter
Don't make
air
me
blowing
cry.
from the chasm.
No, Iggy. If I refuse, I'm also gonna die. I want to refuse.
Luca had no choice but to refuse Iggy's request. He tightened his grip and reached for the walkie-talkie in his pocket. A wild delight crept onto Mr. Kerr's face. That's a good lad. Now, radio for help.
Does he please throw the radio at Mr. Kerr?
He begged Luca with his eyes one last time. We need. It wasn't long before they were one. Mr. Kerr sighed with relieved frustration. There you are. You really are a worthless lot, aren't you? Mirror, now. A clipboard dutifully produced an ornate ivory hand mirror, and Mr. Kerr began preening his tousled hair. Ah, that's better. Mr. Van Horn, I applaud your sharp thinking under duress. I'll put in a good word for you with the founder. Take them away. A swarm of hands overpowered Luca. The last thing he saw before a cloth bag was pulled over his head was the defeated look on Iggy's face. The end.
Okay.
I think this was one of those times where doing the right thing was the wrong thing.
Yes. We're gonna do this again, but we're gonna accept his request.
Luca had no choice but to accept Iggy's request. With a quiet blink, Luca watched a teardrop sail down into the howling void. As his fingers slowly gave up, he met eyes with Iggy.
Good. No.
The 2 silhouettes were swallowed by darkness.
Hell of a goodbye, Iggy. Quickly. Curious. But of course, the fireworks Iggy must have just right amount of energy. Not until you tell me what's happening. Your friend's sacrifice was just to save this town. For a little while anyways. How? Tempest liquidamium is the particular substance. It can change the relationship between matter, time itself. But doing so requires an unfathomable amount of energy. Closed system, the energy can only be doing in the surroundings, useful side product. Adding precisely correct amount of energy to it can create a cryogenic cascade. So this junk makes this cold and the fireworks just made the whole freeze over? That's one way of putting it, yes. Dumb luck would have it fireworks weren't strong enough to generate a runaway reaction. Sure to think what would happen in that case.
We have some idea what that would look like.
We do. Safely break through to access the source again. Because each one of our roles to play, Iggy's role turned out was to buy us precious time. Mine has been to observe and wait. Wait for what? You. Me? Why? What's my role?
A twinkle flashed in Nat's eyes.
Luca Van Horn, you are going to save the world.
With a chuckle, Nat turned and walked west. Dumbfounded, Luca followed behind him, trudging through the snow. Every step taking him further away from everyone and everything he knew, and closer to destiny. To be continued in Beacon Pines, Pines Harder, Revenge Served Cold, Second Time's a Charm?
What? 2
Wait, that's it? This ends with a crummy cliffhanger just when it was getting good?
Apparently.
I was even starting to like Iggy.
Yeah,
No
same.
way. I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels. Let's go back and find something more definitive.
Okay, so that's done. This entire thing has been completed. It's the only one left. So in the next episode, we are going to go back to change the weather from rumble to break and see what happens, because that's really what we have left to do. And then we're gonna see what happens at this point. This definitely will be the part that continues going on, because you can see here. Let me see. Can you see? No, you can't see my cursor. But if you look at the image, right, comes out to the end of a tree, comes out to the end as well in the middle. So like maybe this one we're gonna have a another one instead of shame. There'll be something else, but I think we have to go through this one first. I do want to thank y'all so much for watching. If you're not already, feel free to subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.